This project didn't begin with walls or rooms, it began with land. No structure, no shortcuts, just an empty lot and a long-term vision. Starting from nothing forces clarity because every decision has a cost. This is where real estate stops being transactional and becomes intentional. This home wasn't designed for resale metrics alone. It was designed for life. Every room had a purpose, and every layout decision considered how a family actually moves through a space. I wasn't chasing trends. I was building functionality that would age well. When you design with intention, value follows naturally. Value isn't created evenly across a house. Kitchens drive offers, bathrooms justify price, and layout determines longevity. Square footage matters, but usable square footage matters more. Understanding this prevents wasted money and focuses investment where buyers and appraisers actually look. Landscaping is often treated as decoration, but it's really positioning. Curb appeal sets the emotional ceiling before anyone steps inside. I approach landscaping the same way I approach the structure, with intention and restraint. A well-designed exterior increases perceived value immediately. Not every upgrade needs to be justified on a spreadsheet. Some investments pay you back in memories and quality of life. The basketball court and play space weren't about resale, they were about presence. And ironically, thoughtful lifestyle upgrades often increase value anyway. When the pandemic hit, everything changed almost overnight. People needed space, yards, extra rooms, distance, and suddenly the suburbs became the most desirable place to be. At the same time, interest rates dropped to historic lows, demand surged, and property values skyrocketed. That shift created an opportunity I couldn't ignore, and I sold at the right moment, walking away with an $85,000 profit. Instead of following the crowd, I did the opposite. I moved into the city, leveraged that equity, and invested the money into a business, opening a bakery while continuing to invest. Real estate gave me the freedom to pivot, not panic. That's the power of timing, liquidity, and knowing when to exit. Moving to the city wasn't a step back, it was a strategic reset. Urban living gave me proximity, flexibility, and the space to focus on building outside of real estate while staying invested. But I never stopped looking at properties through an investor's lens. Every move I made still had to serve the long game. That's when the red brick Cape Cod came into view. It wasn't perfect, but it had structure, location, and untapped potential. I wasn't chasing trends, I was buying fundamentals. This house wasn't the next chapter by accident, it was the next chapter by design. This house had history, character, and problems. The red brick Cape Cod wasn't turnkey, it was opportunity disguised as work. Most people see age and walk away. I saw structure, location, and unrealized potential. Spending over $150,000 requires discipline. Every upgrade had to either reduce long-term maintenance or increase appraisal value. New roof, black windows, fascia, soffits, gutters, kitchen, bathrooms, nothing cosmetic without purpose. Renovation without strategy is just expensive guessing. Design influences value more than most people admit. Clean lines, modern contrast, and natural light change how a home is perceived instantly. Black windows weren't just aesthetic, they framed the home in confidence. Perception shapes appraisal long before numbers are written down. Appraisals are not purely objective, no matter how much we want them to be. Bias, conscious or unconscious, exists in valuation. Ignoring that reality can cost you tens of thousands of dollars. Acknowledging it allows you to prepare and protect your equity. Preparation is the most effective defense. I documented every upgrade, pulled strong comps, staged intentionally, and ensured professional representation during valuation. I controlled the narrative before the appraiser ever walked in. Equity favors those who show their work. I didn't sell this house to access its value. I refinanced it. That allowed me to pull equity tax advantage and redeploy it without breaking momentum. This is how real estate becomes reusable, not one time. Real estate isn't about houses. It's about control. Control over where you live, how you invest, and how you pass value forward. These properties didn't just change my finances, they changed my options. And once you understand that, real estate becomes a legacy tool, not just an asset. Built, not bought, isn't about hype. It's about patience, structure, and disciplined leverage. It's about understanding when to fix and flip, when to fix and rent, and when to use strategies like BRRR to recycle equity instead of starting over. It's about knowing how to live in a property to gain leverage, how to exit at the right time, and how to reinvest with intention, not emotion. And most importantly, it's about teaching others what no one explains clearly, that real estate isn't one path, one formula, or one timeline. It's a tool. And when you learn how to use it, it changes what's possible. Built, not bought. How I used real estate to build wealth, one property at a time.
All right, Mark is giving me the pullback I wanted. I'm trimming half here, filled. Now about expansion, these franchise manuals have been staring at me all week. Steak and Shake numbers look solid. Small cakes too. Might be a sweet little
Appreciate you vibing with me. Let me toss you a little reminder. Like and subscribe. Easy. Catch you next time.